the opportunity given to you to learn SPSS, right? Good evening from wherever part of the world you are joining us from. So this night, without further ado, we are going to welcome our teacher, that is Mr. Julius Olalekon. I believe he's right here with us already. So good evening, sir. You have the floor, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, everyone. And how has been a day? So, today is day 3 of the training. Please, is my audio clear, please? Let me see our reactions, if my audio is clear. Can I see our reactions? Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, we are meant to proceed with the hypothesis testing today. Excuse me. We are meant to proceed with the hypothesis testing today, but we still need to linger a little bit on the descriptive that we just touched yesterday. We were unable to do it as much as I feel we should. So I'll just go over the descriptive again today, and trust me, the remaining 2 days is going to be, because as soon as we're able to have a firm grasp on of data on SPSS, as soon as we're able to clean our data and do all sorts with data, the inferential statistics is the easiest. So just don't worry, we'll be able to cover up what we should be able to in the next 2 days. But today, we are still going to go back to the descriptive analysis, and we'll be using 2 files, which I've already sent to the admin. I hope we'll be able to get the 2 files right now so that we can proceed without wasting any time, because we have so much to do at hand. Do we still have anybody in the class that does not have SPSS on his or her system, his or her PC? Do we still have any? So I guess we
Give
all
me a
have.
minute, sir. I will drop the link for the file very soon.
Okay. So I guess we all have SPSS installed on our system. That's good. So I just want us to, we'll do, like I said, we are going to work with 2 files tonight. One is Excel file, and another one, the second one is already made SPSS data that was used. It's one of the studies in which I was part of it that we gathered the data. So I just said we should just use that instead of we trying to randomly form a data. So let me go ahead to my SPSS. As you can see, I've already opened the data here on my SPSS, but let's just wait a bit so that everybody can have the file so that we can work together. We just wait a bit. I don't know if the admin have already sent out the link to the file.
Not yet. I'll send it soon.
Okay. Please, the other file which is in zip, I expect you extract the file from that zip file so that you will not send the zip file for them to use. You will extract the file from that zip file. So while we are working on the link for the file, let's go over 1 or 2 things here. So you can just tag along. So yesterday we were able to at least do data entry, the basic ones. We were able to do data entry to the basic ones. And also, sorry for digressing. I noticed that the data sets that were provided by me, most of them might not be usable like that. So that's why I brought in another one. This data set that I myself and my team also that we worked on. So I know that this one is going to be relevant to what we're doing. So back to what I was saying. Yesterday we were able to do data entry, and also we were able to do some form of data cleaning by working on the missing value. So as you can see, this file it has already been imputed. Where you can see that we have um, we have 375 participants in total for this research work. And if you ask me, how do I know? You can see the far left of the screen. You see the last line there is 375. So that means we were able to gather 375 data from different people all over the local governments that we used in this data. So let me head over to the variable view. Don't worry. As soon as you get the file, we'll go back to. I am just trying to lay some foundation here. So I want to point out one or two things here. So the first one, which is gender, you can see it was coded as nominal here, where age here was coded as nominal as well. I guess I've already explained why I coded that as nominal. Normally, age is a continuous variable, so it should be scale. It should be scale, not nominal. But because I have categorized it, so that makes it a categorical variable. And if it makes it a categorical variable, a question arose yesterday that why can't it be ordinal instead of nominal? And I was able to attend to that as well. Now, ordinal, I'm just trying to go over it just briefly. Ordinal is like ranking. You are ranking like good, better, best. That's ranking. Better is bigger than good, is higher than good in ranking. So why nominal is just categorical. It's just categorical. For example, gender now, you can either be male or female. There is no hierarchy to that. We are not saying that the female is higher than the male. Now, in this context, why this one is not ordinal? It all lies in my own hand because I'm the one running the analysis. And there's one thing I just need to tell you. When you are working with data analysis, there are some things you do that, let's say when you are presenting, they might ask you, why is this and not this? Data analysis is not rigid. It's not rigid to a particular way. Once you can have a justifiable reason for what you're doing, and if that reason is reasonable enough, that's all. So why did I say that? In this sense, this age, it should be ordinal, because the normal sense that age that like 26 to 35 years should be ranked higher than 18 to 25 years. That's the normal thing. But it all lies in my hand because I decided to make it nominal because in my own objective, I don't see a older person as the person that ranked higher than the less older person. So everything is on me. When you are running your own thesis, you might want to use ordinal. Nobody will question you. So far you can justify why you are doing what you are doing, and if that justification is reasonable, that's good. So I hope we are clear on that. I can see that the link has been shared. I can see the link to the files has been shared. So please let us do well and download the files. They are not heavy at all. They are just kilobytes. The two of them should be approximately I mean together, they should be approximately let's say 50 kilobytes. They are not much. So as soon as you as soon as you've downloaded the file, just let me know. You can save the file so that we can proceed with today's class. While we are waiting for people to while we are waiting for everyone to get the file downloaded, is there any question so far? Do we have any questions so far from the beginning? Something you are not clear about, or something that you disagree with? Yeah, it's possible you disagree with some things. So, do we have any question or any clarification, even addition self? I guess people are busy with the Google Drive. They are busy downloading it. As soon as you download it, just give me your reaction. As soon as you downloaded the two files, just give me your reactions. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Okay. Please, as soon as you are joining the class, just head over to the Google Drive link and download those two files. It's very important. We need those two files. We need them in the class tonight. Thank you. We are yeah, I think we're good to go. Thank you so much. So if you are just entering the class now, just you go over the link, the Google Drive link that was pasted. You download the two files there. The one is Excel file and the other one is SPSS file. So can we proceed? Can we proceed? Okay. Okay. So if you have not yet downloaded the two files, can you let me see your reactions? If you have not yet, if you have not yet downloaded the two files, can I see your reactions, please? If you haven't downloaded the two files, can I see your reactions? Okay, I can see somebody signify. What's the issue? Is it that you didn't have access to it or what? So, in the absence of any other person signifying, I want to believe we all have the file now, the two files now. I want to believe we have the two files now, so we can proceed. So we can proceed with the class. So I would like to start with I would like to start with the Microsoft Excel file. I would like to start with the Microsoft Excel file. Are we on the same page, please? Before I proceed, are we all on the same page? Thank you. So I would like to proceed with the Microsoft Excel file. So I told you that fatal error cannot upload the file. What seems to be the problem? Do I have any other person with that kind of error in the class? Is there anybody else with that kind of error in the class? Error that says fatal error. I could not I could not upload the file. No, you are not meant to upload the file. You are meant to download the file from the given link. You are not meant to upload. You are meant to download. Do you have any other person with that kind of error? Okay, if you do not, let's proceed. So so we have Excel file and we have SPSS file. You don't need to import SPSS file because it's already saved. You know, the file extension for SPSS file is .sav. It's already saved as .sav, so you don't need to import. But any other file extension that is not .sav, that's what you need to import. And I will show you the other file extension that SPSS can accept. So let's head over to the file menu. You click on the file menu. I want to see if you're still following. Can I see the class? Okay, so you head over to the file menu at the top left corner of your screen. Then you scroll down to import data. That should be the third menu on that drop down list. So as you can see, you can import data from Excel. You see there is CSV data, there is text data, there is SAS, there is Stata, there is DBase, there is Lotus, and all sorts. You can even get your data from database as it is. So, but for today, we want to get our data from Excel. So you click on Excel. So when you click on Excel, you have this dialog box. So you now need to browse. You need to go to the location of your Excel file. I believe you should know where your Excel file is. If you download it from Google Drive, that means it automatically should be in your download folder. And it might not, but you should be able to know where the Excel file is on your system. So once you know where the Excel file is on your system, then you browse to that place. So I want to browse to where my Excel file is. I want to go over to the location of my own Excel file. My own location might be different to yours, so we should take note of that. You should know where the Excel file is on your system, be it document folder or download or desktop, wherever, depending on your own settings. So I'm heading over to where my Excel file that I want to import is. So yes, I've seen it here. If you have seen your own Excel file, can you signify, please? If you have seen yours, I've seen mine. Okay. Yes, thank you so much. I've seen mine. So when you see yours, you just click on open. So you click on open. So there will be another dialog box. There will be another dialog box that will come up. So just how will I say it? Most of the time, you don't need to tamper with any of the settings. So far, you have these same settings I'm having on my system. You can check your screen and check mine. So far, you're having those 3 boxes ticked. So I think you are good to go. They are the default settings. You don't need to tamper with them. So I will proceed by clicking on OK. So after clicking OK, you see now the data is already loaded on my system. It's already loaded here. It's loaded. As soon as this data is loaded on my system, what do? I immediately save it. You know, I said always save your data as you are working. Always save it. And I taught you 3 ways of saving yesterday. Is that you press Ctrl S or Command S if you are Mac MacBook user, or you click on this icon here at the top left corner of your screen, or you come to file menu, click on file menu, and you click on save. So all those three will, they are going to get your data saved. So you can save it with let's say class classroom data set, classroom data set. So when you are done, you just click on save. So you have already saved that already. Now there is a catch that comes with you importing data from SPSS. There's a catch, and it's very important. It's very important. Now, what we imported from Excel now, they are just numbers. They are just numbers. So if we head over to the variable view here, you will notice that the values are not defined. The values are not defined, and it's very important that you define all values, and even your measures, most of them are not correct. So that's where recoding comes in. You recode, you clean. You recode, you clean. Those are two things. You recode and you clean. So what do I mean by cleaning? So first off, we have imported this data now. So we have variable for hospital type, we have variable for age, gender, marital status, years married, education, religion, occupation, and so on. So before you input any data, before you import any data from Excel, you should know what, how will I put it? You should know the coding of each of the variables. You should know the coding of each of the variables. Is very important, and this is the reason why I said you should know the coding of each of the variables. For the first variable, this hospital type, the first variable hospital type, you can see 2021. You can see 2021 in that column hospital type. But if you ask me, what does 20 and 21 stands for, you might not be able to know what 20 and 21 stands for. So that's why it's important to know the coding of the data before you import it from Excel. So, and how do we know that? We head over to the Excel file, the Excel file that you imported to SPSS. So you open it normally, you open it with Excel. So let me open mine with Excel. Okay, I'm heading over to the location of the file. Admin. Are you still with me, please? Are you still with me? Okay. No, we have to pass through this rigorous step because we are importing from another source, and we need to know the coding from that source so that we can recode in this place. So this is where my Excel file is on my system. So I will open it using Excel. I'm trying to open mine. I don't know what's going on. So, but you first of all open it so you know. So I've opened mine. I don't know why it's opening like this. Okay, yeah. Now I've opened mine. So this is what is showing for me on Excel. This is what is showing for me on Excel. So, and I said there should be a guideline to this data from Excel. There should, but in this case now, this data is not having the guideline, but the data is coming from me. I was the one and some other people also that worked on this project, so I have idea of what the coding is. But normally, if I present this to you, that you should analyze this now, you won't be able to analyze this because you don't know the coding. For example, occupation now, you don't know what 3 stands for, you don't know what 4 stands for, you don't know what 2 stands for, you don't know what 5 stands for. So that's the first thing you ask. Okay, what are the coding? What are the coding of this thing? Now see the column for income. You should ask, okay, what does 4 stand for in column for income? It's very important. And 3, what does it stand for? So, but because I was the one that worked on this file, I have idea of what it is. So if it happens that you do not have idea of what this is, you should be able to tell that person, or you should be able to tell the person that okay, what does all this coding stands for? And if it's your own project, of course you will know what it stands for now, because you are the one that administered the questionnaire, or you are the one that sent out the survey. And before you do this, I believe you should have designed your scale. I mean, design your questionnaire. So you should know what this coding stands for. So without wasting time on that, let's just go back to our SPSS, because I have idea of what this is. So we are going to just do some edits on it. We are going to do some edits on it. So as you can see, hospital type, we only have 20 and 21. 20 and 21. So, and in this value here, it was not defined. So you come to value, you define it. So 20 stands for public health center. Public health center. You had it. While 21 stands for private health center. Okay, I'm having some questions there. Sorry, a minute please, let me add this. So the first one is my SPSS don't have import section. It should have import section. Are you sure you clicked on the file menu? If you click on file menu, you should be able to see the import section there. It should have import section. It should have an import section. Even if you are using SPSS version 20, it should have the import section. It should. Also, there's a question here, does that mean you can do coding in Excel, or maybe during your study you coded in SPSS then exported to Excel? That's why the data appears without coding meaning. No, now the reason for this is what happened there is we sent out an version of survey. Like we send out Google Sheet. What's it called? We sent out links to people for them to fill for us. So, and when we want to export after everything, after each of the survey, we can only export to Excel. So that's why we have this. There is no option for us to export directly to SPSS. So when you are sending out surveys, like e-surveys, electronic surveys to people, and after the old exercise is being done, if you are exporting, most of the times you are not given option to export to SPSS. You are given option to export to Excel and all other format as well. So that's why we have something like this. We exported to Excel, then from Excel we now exported to SPSS 2. So that's what happened in this case. So if you know that you're going to use SPSS for your analysis, it is advisable that you start your coding with SPSS, so that you will not have all this trouble of recoding and cleaning data. So it's advisable you start your coding with SPSS. But in the case whereby you have many respondents, maybe let's say like 100 people, and you need so many people to help you out with the coding, and if they are not skilled with SPSS, you can tell them to code code it on Excel file. So when they now code it on Excel file, you're now going to gather everything together. You merge data, you clean it, and then you do all those on SPSS. So that can also be the reason why you use SPSS as well. So I think I've answered the the question. So let's move on. So we have defined um, the first variable, which is hospital type. So if we head back to data view now, we have already defined it, hospital type. There is an icon, value label. There is an icon. Let me say the fourth icon. Um, One, two. Now the fourth icon from the back on that icon bar, there is this value labels there. You can see it. I'm pointing to the icon now. Can you see the icon? It is called value label icon. Can you see the label? Can we all see the icon? Sorry, can we all see the icon? The fourth from the back. Now when you click on that icon, it will show you the data you have already defined. So let me you just like toggling the icon. So when you click on it, you can see that it brought out all the value I've already defined. You can see public health center, and whereby all other remains figure. It means that we have not defined those ones. So when you click on it again, it will go back to the number which it was before. So when you click on it again, it's just like toggling on and off. So it means that I've already defined the first variable, which is hospital type, and I have to go over to the next variable, which is age. So I need to define that one as well. So I'm now at the variable view now. So I want to define age. If you notice this age, it was okay. Let me just ask a question. This age is it a continuous variable or categorical variable as it is? Is it a continuous variable or categorical variable? Dennis is raising up a hand. Raising up a hand. You can just send in your question or whatever you want to say. Send it to the chat section. Just drop your question to the chat box. So, as I was saying, the variable age, is it okay? Is it continuous or categorical variable as it is? Is it continuous or categorical variable as it is? Anyone? Hello, are you still with me? Okay, good. Thanks for the observation. Yes. It has it has more than two variables. Yes, 10 and 11. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. See, that's what I'm saying about data cleaning. What I should do normally, what I should do before defining this is to first of all confirm the numbers that are there, which I didn't. Thank you for pointing out that one for me. Okay, there's a question. Can you forward us product key for updated version of SPS 26? Like I said, SPSS is a paid software. You have to pay for it. But for this class, you can still use the trial version. They will still allow you to use the trial version, and that trial version will be able to do every function you need to do without you inputting your card details or whatever. So, but the trial version will expire. I think is 1 week. I think it's 1 week. So, but for the purpose of this course, you can still use the trial version. Just go over to their website. So yeah, so we need to buttress that before moving to the next variable, 10 and 11. So what happened here actually is we combined two data, like two Excel data from two different people. So the normal entry that we specified is 20 and 21. So but this other one, those people they did not follow the 20 and 21. Instead they did 10 and 11. So that's what happened in this case. So in this case now, we are now going to do something that is called recoding. We'll do something called recoding in this case. So recoding is very much easy to do. So how do we now recode? That's the question. So we head over to transform. We head over to transform menu. So when you go to transform menu, you will see recode. You see recode into same variables, and also you see recode into different variables. So what does that mean? It means that if I want to recode 10, I want to recode 10 to 20 now. I want to change 10 to 20. I cannot just go over and be changing 10 to 20. It's going to waste a lot of time. So that's what recode means. So the first option which says recode into same variable is now saying that do I want to recode that 10 to 20 in that same variable, or I want to go over to another variable and another variable entirely. So that's what that one is saying. Or the second one is saying that so the second one is saying, do you want to recode into different variable? That means if I now recode now, it's going to transfer everything to another variable. But in this case now, I want to recode into the same variable. So I'll pick recode into same variable. Are we following me? Are you following me? Okay, thank you. So now you can see the pop-up box that comes up. So I'm going to choose the value, the variable I want to recode, which is hospital type. So I click on it, then I click on the arrow. It will send it to the numeric variables. So when it is there, I'll now go over to old and new values. You can see it down there, old and new values. So you click on that old and new values. So you can see options there, left and right. The left option is talking about the old value, while the right option is talking about the new value. So you can see here, this one is, let me quickly explain. Do I even have time to explain? Okay, let me quickly explain. Now the first option here is asking for the value. We just, without wasting time, we just put value. We just put, we want to change 10 to 20 now. You just put 10 there. That's without wasting time. That's 10. So the next option is talking about system missing. It means that any missing value that is found in your data will be converted to, let's say, 20. That's the new value on the right hand side. That's what the second option means. That any missing value that is detected in your data, in that variable, will be converted to 20. So that's what that, and I hope I've done justice to missing value yesterday. So you can see that the right hand side is new value, while the left hand side is old value. So the next one is saying that system or user missing will be automatically converted to 20 on the right, because I specified 20. So that's what that one means. So I said system and user missing. System missing is if you leave a place blank, like you did not, for example, if they ask what hospital type were you being admitted to, and you just leave that place blank, that one is system missing. System will automatically see that as missing. The user missing is if they ask you what is hospital type, and instead of me imputing let's say 20 that stands for public, and now input 40. You know that 40 is not specified at all. That one is user missing. So if that is detected, it will be automatic. It will convert automatically to 20 on the right hand side. Now range. Now if you are not sure of the numbers, you can say that any number that ranges from one to, let's say, that range from 1 to 19, it should be coded as 20. That's what range stands for. It should be coded as 20. And once you click OK, any number like this 10 and 11 that is there now, it automatically combine all those 10 and 11, it will combine it will turn them to 20, which we are not doing now. So also this option, range lowest true value, it means that you range from the lowest value in that variable to, let's say, 19. It's still the same thing, saying that you are ranging from the lowest value to 19. So any number that is in between the lowest value and 19, it should be coded as 20. So that's what it's saying. So we are not doing that as well. So the next one is range value through highest, meaning that, let's say, you range value through highest. Let's say any number from 5 to highest number. Any number from 5 to highest number should be coded as 20. In this case now, if we try to do that in this case, it means that all the values in this case will be coded as 20, because the highest here is what? Is 21. And what we are saying here is that all value from 5 to the highest should be coded as 20. So that's what that option stands for. So this one is not saying all other option. Any other option that is not within all these things we have defined should be automatically converted to 20. So that's what that place is saying. So, but in this case now, we are going to use value, because we know the numbers we want to convert. So without wasting time, I want to change 10 to what? To 20. So I add. So when you are done, you will add. You click on add. It's going to add it. You can see 10 to 20. Then the next one, I want to change 11 to 21. 11 to 21, you add. So when you add, so automatically any number that shows 10 in this variable will be converted to 20. Any number that shows 11 in this variable will be converted to 21. So that's the summary of what is showing here. So when you are done with that, you click on continue. So you click on OK, and once we do that, you see that it brought a page. This page is for output. Whatever you do on your data page is going to reflect on your output page. This is the output page. We don't need this one now. You can minimize it. You minimize it. So this is your. So when you now go back to it, when you go back to this, you can now see 2021, 2021. You can't see 10 and 11 there again. And if you click on this value label, you can see everything now has been converted to public health center or private health center. You can see that there. So do we get to this point? Do we all get it to this point? Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. So we have already defined that one. So we can now move on to the next one, which I asked earlier. In this case, age is a continuous variable, and you can see it was already coded as what? As scale, which is continuous. But what I just want us to do now, quickly, what I want us to do, I want us to turn it to categorical variable, which I did yesterday. I did. No. I did. It's what I just Abi. Okay. Let me just show you. Let me show you so that it's not confuse us. It's just what I just taught you now. I know that some people should be able to grasp it. So now This is a continuous variable, like I said yesterday. There is a message that came in. Please increase the size of your screen a little more if that's possible. That's the highest I can. That's the highest I can. I don't know how I can increase it more than that. You can always zoom. You can always zoom in. If you are using your mobile phone, you can always zoom in. Yeah, you should be able to zoom if you are using mobile phone to view this class. So now let me quickly show you how to convert this to let me quickly show you how to convert this to categorical. As it is now, you can see that it is continuous, and with the way this is now, is already we can't use it for analysis because we are having 40, 50, 40, 36, 33, 39, so many values there. So just be attentive how I convert it to categorical. Now I want to convert it to categorical, and what do I want to do in essence? I just want to categorize each age group, something like I did yesterday, like 10 to 20 years, 21 to 30 years, 31 to 40 years. That's what I want to do. But before I do that, I need to know the highest number and the minimum number. I need to know the minimum and the maximum number. You get what I'm saying? I need to know the minimum and the maximum number. So I will be able to know where to start. So are you following me? So if I want to know the minimum and the maximum number, what do I do? What do I do? You just click on age alone. You can see I just clicked on age alone. I clicked on the topmost part of the column. You just click on it alone, then you right click on it. You can see options that that popped up after right clicking. So you now click on descriptive statistics. You click on descriptive statistics. So when you click on it, you can see from your results, you can see the mean, you can see the median, you can see the standard deviation, you can see the range. Now what I want is minimum and the maximum. It means that for this study, the youngest person is 28 years, while the oldest person is 70 years. That's all I need. Do we get it? The youngest person is 28 years, while the youngest person is 70 years. So upon getting that one, so I will now go back to my variable view. So I will go back to I will click. I will go to my values. I will go to my values. I want to define those values. Now, we have 28 as the minimum and 70 as the maximum. So we can now say let's use 10 years gap for our categories. Let's use 10 years. So I can say 10. I can say 1 should stand for 10 to 10 to no. Let me say 1 should stand for 20 to 30 years. You know that the minimum number is 28. So this will still capture those ones. So you click add. Then I'll say 2 should stand for 31 to 40 years. Then you click add. So continue with the other till you get to the final. The oldest person from this survey is what? Is 70 years old. So just continue with the others. It is
So if you are finished, can I see your reactions, please? Have you all finished? Have you all finished? If you are finished, let me see your reaction. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So, thank you so much. So we have defined the group that one should stand for 20 to 30 years, two should stand for 31 to 40 years, three should stand for 41 to 50 years, till we get to number five, while five should stand for 61 to 70 years. So you click OK. Now, if you come back to data view, you see nothing is still happening. You ask me now, what nothing is happening? Yes, nothing will happen because there is no one, there is no two, there is no five, there is no three, there is no four, there is no five here. So, what are we now going to do? Because we have defined the variable, but there is no one, there is no two, there is no three, there is no four. We need to let SPSS recognize each of these. We need to let SPSS automatically place all these into the age category. And how do we do that? We'll go back to where we recode the other time. You click on transform menu, then you click on recode into the same variable. We want to recode it into the same variable. We want to recode into the same variable. So you click on recode into the same variable. So just reset it so that the one there before will not affect what you're doing. So you just reset. So when you reset, so you now click on age, because we want to recode age now. You click on age, then you send it to this side. So because we want to work on age, so you click on old and new values. Now watch closely, because we have diverse numbers here. We are not going to use value, because we are just dealing with two numbers. We are dealing with 10 and 11. We want to change 10 to 20 and 11 to 21. That's why we use value, because we know those numbers. But we are having different numbers here. We are having 39, 45, 44, 47, 55, all those different numbers, and we don't want to miss out on any of the numbers. So what do we use there? We use range. So let me use range. So I now say that any number that falls in between 20 to 30, you can see any number that range from 20 through 30 should be considered as what? As 1. Should be considered as 1. Do we get it? Let me see your reactions. Do you get it? Thank you. So you click on add. So any number that falls between 20 and 30 we considered as 1. We are now telling SPSS to now recognize those numbers, that if you see any number, be it 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, you should consider it as 1 according to the values we defined in our variable view. So we go to the next one. So any number you see between 31 through 40 should be considered as 2. You had any number you see from 41 through 50 should be considered as what? As 3. You had any number you see any number that ranges from 51 through 60 should be considered as 4. Then you had, as you are doing that, you'll be adding. So any number that ranges from 61 through 70 should be considered as 5. Then you will do what you had. So have you all done that? Let me see your reaction. If you have all done that, let me see your reactions. Okay. Do we have is there any issue along the way? Okay, there's a question that why not two interval only? Like I said, you can use two, you can use whatever interval you want to do. You can use 5 years interval, you can use 2 years interval. But if you are using 2 years interval, imagine our minimum number is 28, and our maximum number is 70. So if we are using two, if you are using two intervals, that means we are going to have 45 representations of that age, which is very much. But it's up to you. You can choose to use two, you can choose to use three, you can choose to use five, whatever number you are comfortable with. I told you there is no rigid way of this data analysis. So far you can provide meaningful explanation to what you're doing, you are free to do that. But me, I chose to use 10, so that it will be faster, because I'm going from 28 to 70. Imagine I'm using two intervals. That means I will have 28 to 30, 30 to 32, 33 to 34, all those things. So it's going to be long. So do you understand that? Do you understand that? Okay, thank you. So you can choose to use whatever interval you want to use. But me, I chose to use 10. You know that when I use 10, I only have 5 representations. So it makes it easier. So after all that being done, you click on continue. So when you click on continue, you click OK. You now see the transformation that happens now. So of course, I said whatever you do on your data sheet will reflect on your output. You can see it shows that you recorded age 20 through 30 to be 1, 31 through 40 to be 2. So it's just telling you the output of what you did. It's just showing you what you just did. So you minimize this one. So as you can see now, you can see that we can have our age group now. You can see if you toggle this value there, you can see that means we have successfully defined 2 variables. So we now go back to variable view. Now gender. So okay, sorry, age. We are not done with age yet. You ask me why haven't we done with age yet? Because we have converted from continuous to categorical now. Before, the age is continuous, it is scale, but now we have converted it to what? To categorical. So it cannot be scale again. It can either be ordinal or nominal. I told you it all depends on you. If you want it to be nominal, that means you don't consider one age to be above. You don't consider it as ranking, meaning that you consider all of them equal. So that's if you choose nominal. But if you choose ordinal, that means you are saying that it is ranking, that you ranked 5 higher than 4, you rank 4 higher than 3, you rank 2 higher than 1. So it all depends on you. It all depends on you. So, but okay, in this case, let us choose ordinal. Let us choose ordinal in this case. So with that, we are done with age. We are done with age. So now the next variable here is what? Is gender. And I hope gender should be very easy. Gender is very straightforward. So can we go ahead and define? You first of all define variable for. You first of all define your variable. You first of all define your values for gender. Say one for male. You had 2 for female. You had. So you have defined the value like that. So if you go to your data view, you see that automatically it has changed because there are 2s, there are 1 there. Not like the one that was there before. That's automatically changed female, 2 to female, 1 to male, automatically. So let's say in the next. Now, for marital status, we are going to skip that because everybody that was used for this research for this research work, they are all married people. You can see it's just two. We do not have any single person there. It is deliberate. We were targeting the married people. You can see the marital status is just two. Whereas in the questionnaire we sent out, we have married but separated, married but divorced, married but spouse deceased. We have all those, but all these ones that all the people that we got their response for, they are still married. They are married. So we are going to skip that, right? So let's head over to years of marriage. Years of marriage. So can we quickly do exactly what we did for age, for years of marriage? You can see years of marriage is a continuous variable. Some are 5 years, some are 15 years, some are 2 years, some are 13 years, some are 7 years. So you know what we did for age. Number one, we first of all find the descriptive. So what we did for age, we first of all find the descriptive, meaning that you right click on that on the years of marriage, and you come to descriptive statistics. You click on it, so you can see the minimum is 2 years. That means the minimum years of marriage is 2 years, and the maximum years of marriage is 43 years. So this is what I want to do. This is a classwork in less than 3 minutes. Just what we did exactly for age, you do that for years of marriage as well. What we did for age, you do for years of marriage as well. Do you understand where my class work for you? If you understand, can I see your reactions? Okay, so just go on. Just go on and do exactly what we did for age. The way how we converted that continuous variable to categorical variable. Just go ahead and do it for years of marriage of marriage as well. As you can see, the minimum is 2, and the maximum is 43. So the interval you use is up to you. So your time is counting now. We need to be fast. The time has gone, and we need to be done with descriptive statistics this time. So let me go ahead and do mine. So the minimum is 2, the maximum is 43. Minimum 2, maximum is 43. So I'll first of all come and define my values. I'll come and define my values. One should be 43. 43. That's 5 times. That should be 8. Abi 8, 8, 8, 8. I will use 5. 1 to 5 years. 5 years. 2 should stand for 6 to 10 years. Award. 3 should stand for 11 to 15 years. Award. 4 should stand for 16 to 20 years. 5 should stand for 21 to 25 years. You can signify if you are done with yours. 6 should stand for 26 to 26 to 30 years. 7 should stand for 31 to 35 years. 8 should stand for, what's my last number here? 35 years. So 36 to 40 years. You can use whatever interval you want to use. You don't need to use 5 years. I'm just trying to establish the fact that you can use whatever interval you wish to use. As you can see that I'm already having a lot already. Normally I wouldn't use 5 years interval. I will use 10 years interval normally. But it all depends on you. You can use 2 years interval. You can use 5 years interval. So 9 stands for 41 to 45 years. considering the fact that the maximum is 48, so that's why I'm having up to 9. So, and 10 stands for 46 to 40 to 50. 10 stands for 46 to 50 years. So we are going to add that one as well. 46 to, oh, remove. 10 stands for 46 to 50 years. So I'm done. Last add change was not completed. Add. Okay, so I'm done with defining the value. So I have to now recode. I'll head over to transform, recode into same variable. So I'm going to, okay, I will reset, and I'll choose yes, married. So I put it here, and old values. So range, I have to follow the coding I use. So if I range from 1 through 5 should be represented as 1. I add it. So range, okay, 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 6 to 10 should be 2. So I will do all that till I get to the final one. So 2 to 10, 11 to 15, 11 to 15 should be 3. 11 to 15 is 3. 16 to 20, 16 to 20 is 4. 21 to 25 is 5. If you have any question, you can send it. 26 through 30, 6, 27, no, sorry, 31 through 35, 7, 36 through 40 is 8. 41 to 45. 41 to 45 is 9. 46 through 50 is 10. So I press OK. So I'll come back to my data view. Automatically it has changed. So okay, thank you for the question. I said recoding into same variable or recording into different variable. Like what I just did now, I recoded into the same variable. If I recode into different variable, this result that I got now will not be here. It will create another column for my result. That means instead of, it's like me effecting change on this one. That's what recode into same variable means. You want to effect the correction on this. You want to replace your new value with the old value. That's what recode into same variable means. But recode into different variable is like, don't touch the old value. Go and paste the new value into another variable. So that's what that means. Do you understand? Okay, thank you. So, have you all gotten to this place? Have we all gotten to this place? If you have gotten to this place, can I see your reactions? If you have gotten to this place so far, can I see your reactions? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you have all gotten to this place, can I see a reaction? Okay, thank you. Okay. So, without no further ado, let's move on to, we still have we still have so many variables that we still need to work on. As you can see, we still have as many that we still need to work on. But let's just head over to the descriptive analysis. Let's do the second file, which is the SPSS file. We are still going to work on that one. So that one we are going to work on it as for our assignment. That one is for our assignment, but this one is just for the classwork. So let's quickly run descriptive for what we have done so far. Can I proceed? Can I proceed? Thank you so much. So we now go over to our analyze menu. We click on analyze menu. It will give us a drop down, and we'll come to descriptive. You will see another pop-up box by your right hand side. You have two options: frequency or descriptive. So for now we are using frequency. I told you they are both. They will give you descriptive values, both of them, but they differ. They differs in some informations they add to it. So, but for now, let's stick with frequencies. And I said, you can report your mean, you can report your mode, you can report your standard deviation, you can report your percentages. So, but for now, we are going to report our frequencies and percentage, and also we are going to report our mean and standard deviation. So most people, at least most people, they report those four: your frequencies, your percentage, your standard deviation, and your mean value. That's what most people report. So let us now select those ones we want to do their descriptive analysis. You can choose to select manually, like one after the other. You select hospital type, you send there. You select age, you send there. Oh, sorry, there's something we have not done yet. Years of marriage is no more scale. Years of marriage is no more scale because we have converted to categorical variable. So years of marriage now is now years of marriage is now ordinal. Years of marriage is ordinal because I decided to rank it. I decided to rank that years of marriage because the years of marriage has something to do with my thesis. That's why I'm ranking it. The years of marriage has something to do with my thesis. So that's why I'm ranking it. So after that one is done, I think we are good. So let's go back to analyze, descriptive, and we choose frequencies. So like I said, you can choose to select one after the other, but if you have so many data to select at once, you can use Ctrl A, but you can't use Ctrl A because Ctrl A will select everything. So what I do is I hold that control button on my keyboard, and I'll start clicking, and it will be selecting those I want to select. So if I hold that control button, it will select gender as well as then years of marriage. We are not selecting marital status because all participants of this study, they are all married, and they are presently married with to their spouse. So we are not analyzing that because all of them. But if to say we have different marital status, say single, divorced, widowed, widower, all those things, and we are going to analyze that one as well. So after selecting all those, we come over to statistics. So we now select mean. You can select mean, median, mode if you want to. We select standard deviation, and for now those are the things we want to analyze. You can select minimum or maximum, range, variance, whatever, but for now those are the ones we want to use for now. Those are the ones we want to use. So after selecting those, you click on continue. So when you are done, so you click on OK. So after clicking this OK, it's going to direct you to the output page where it will display the result of your analysis. So here we are at the output page. So I need you to listen carefully. I said something about you running analysis and you reporting. If you run your analysis very well and you did not report the way you should report, at the end of the day you might score 0, because what we are seeing here is just numbers. What will be on your research work, on your thesis, wherever it may be, is going to be plain English. You are not writing numbers down. It's going to be plain English. So you need to interpret this as you should, and that's what we are going to do in the next 5 minutes before we round up today's class. So now we first of all come to the statistics. You can see this is the result for statistics here. So as you can see, we do not have any missing values. We have valid 293 responses is there. So this is mean. These are the mean values. Okay, let me open my Microsoft Word so that let me zoom in so that you all see what I'm typing. I don't want to just be using word of mouth. I want to zoom in. Let me increase my font. Okay. Times New Roman. Can you all see my screen? Okay. I think I should increase my font the more. So what I want to type here for you is just a reporting template for descriptive analysis, and this is APA style. APA style is mostly requested. APA style for reporting descriptive analysis. So let me head over back to permit me to split my screen. I want to split my screen so that I can see what I'm typing. I want to split my screen. I want to split my screen. Okay. So, I said I'm going to teach you how to report mean value and standard deviation. It's very important. So, first off, if I want to report mean value and standard deviation, give me a minute. I'm coming. I'm with you guys. Some supervisors might request you report mean values and standard deviation. It depends on whatever they request you to do, and some might request you just report your frequencies. So that's why I'm teaching you the two right now, so that you are coming. Okay. um I'm coming. Okay, so there's something. Sorry for the break. Okay, can you hear me? Can you all hear me now? Okay, good, thank you. So if you are reporting mean values, so now for this hospital type, uh, it was observed that the mean value, it was observed that m is equal to, note I wrote m is equal to 20.87, comma SD, your SD in brackets, equals 0.3, you put it in two decimal places, 0.34. Now I hope you got where you understand where I got those values from. I mean for hospital type alone. For hospital type alone, you can see the standard deviation value 0.337 and mean value 20.87, right? So you now write hence. So how do we know that this mean value is high or low? How do we know that this mean value is high or low? So we are going to add we are going to do just a simple calculation. Let me bring out my calculator. So for the hospital type, we only have 20 plus 21. We only have those two values divided by 2. So any number that is below this value is a low mean value, and any number that is above this value is a high mean value. So that's the essence of this in reporting your mean. Again, I come again. You only have two values for hospital type, 20 and 21. So you add it together, divided by 2. So any number that's, if your mean value is less than this, that means you have low mean value. Whereas if the value is above this, that means you have high value. So in this case, for hospital type, we have 20.87, meaning that we have considerably high mean value. We have considerably high mean value, not very high mean value. Hence, it can be deduced that we have considerably or fairly high mean value for hospital type. You are done with that one. Do we get what I just did now? Do we understand what I just did? Let me see your reactions, please. Do you understand what I just did now? Okay. Okay, thank you. So let me go. Okay, let me go over it again. So in this case now, I'm only reporting mean value and standard deviation. So the first thing I did was to just I stated the value. Now, if you at the right hand side of my screen, you can see the column for hospital type. Can you see the column for hospital type? Let me see your reaction if you can see column for hospital type. Okay, yeah, good. You can see column for hospital type. Now, in that column for hospital type, you can see the mean value, right? The mean value, and then you see, and you also see standard deviation, right? You see the value for standard deviation. Those are the two values I stated here. You can see I stated those two values here. Do we get to this point? Okay, good. Now, I now want to know if the mean value is high or low. If my mean value is high or low. And then how do I know if my mean value is high or low? Remember, when we were coding hospital type, let me go back to the data sheet. So you can see hospital type. You can see that we only have 20 and 21. 20 and 21, right? So I want to get the average mean value for this. The average mean value for this. So that's why I pull up my calculator here. So I only have two values here, which are 20 and 20. So what I did is 20 plus 21 divided by the total number of this, and the total number is what? 1, 2. So divided by 2. So this is the average mean value for hospital type. So the implication of this is any mean value that is below this, that means it is low mean value. And if mean value is higher than this, that means we have high mean value. Do we get to that point? Okay, thank you. So now this is the average mean value, right? So we now go back to our output page. See now, the mean value we got for the analysis here is 20.87, which means that it is higher than 20.5, which is the average mean value for this hospital type. So that's why I said, hence it can be deduced that we have considerably high mean value for hospital type, because it's just fairly high value, because 20.87 is not that far from 20.5. So that's why I said fairly high value for mean value. Do we understand now? Okay, now I have a question here that what happens what happens now, the question here that what happens if the mean value is far from the from the median value? What happens is, if let's say that if we got, let's say that we got 30 point something or 50 point something, then that would be that your interpretation will be that that means the distance between the average mean value and what you got is very far. That means you have a very high mean value. Sorry, that means you have a very high mean value. That's what that means. If you have 50 in your results, that means you have a very high mean value, which is very positive, because what you have to have is a very high mean value for this to be valid. So the higher it is, the more of advantage it is for you. So if you have 50, if you have 60, that means you have a very high mean value. Do we understand? Okay, thank you for the actions. So we have successfully interpreted the mean value. Now let's interpret standard deviation. Let's now interpret the standard deviation. Also, it was observed that there is now, for standard deviation, what standard deviation does is that it validates your mean value. What do I mean? So your standard deviation value is just let's say it shows the authenticity of the responses. The authenticity of the responses. This is what I mean. Some respondents can supply you an answer, but they might not mean that answer. They will just supply you the answer for just supplying sake. They will just supply it for supplying sake. They will not mean what they will not mean what the answer, and it will affect your own result. But if you want to know the authenticity of the responses, that's what standard deviation stands for. So in this case now we have 0.34. Abi? So whenever your standard deviation is less than 0.05, that means it shows that the result is very authentic. Is very authentic. So what most supervisors look for, they will not even look at your mean, they will look at your standard deviation. When they see that you have something like 1 point something, 1 point, maybe 1.2, 2 point something for your standard deviation, they will know that something is wrong with your data. It is not authentic. So that's what the standard deviation stands for. Whenever you have anything less than 0.5, so if you have 0.1, that means it's very, very authentic. If you have 0.49, it's still average, very close to 0.5. So that's what this standard deviation means. Do we understand? Okay. So it was about that there is a how do we now put that into word? We have to put that into word. Also, SD, that's standard deviation. SD value shows the genuinity of the response. You are done. If you are, let's say for standard deviation you have 0.52. Although, okay, yeah, we'll wrap up now. So we have successfully reported mean and standard deviation. Sorry. So for the assignment, the SPSS file I sent to you that I said you should open. So what you just need to do with the SPSS file is that SPSS file you don't need to recode at all. You don't need to recode. It's already coded as it is. So just run descriptive analysis for gender, age, education, position. The first 6 items there, the first 6 variables there, run a descriptive analysis for them. You type your descriptive analysis and you report the mean and standard deviation alone. You report your mean and standard deviation. That's for your assignment. I'm sorry for taking a little bit of our time. Please, I need us to put out to this, because the next class we are starting our inferential statistics, and those ones are advanced than all this. So the assignment, once again, the SPSS file I sent to you, run the descriptive analysis for the first 6 variables there, and you type your result in Microsoft Word format, then you upload it. Thank you for your time tonight. We'll meet again tomorrow. Have a nice night.
Thank you so much. So for emphasis, the Slack workspace is now working perfectly. There are a few of you that have sent the invite link already. I mean, this evening while the training was going on. But however, if you have not received the invite link, the link that was sent to you prior the time of this training is now perfectly working. So if you have any issues with any aspect of the training, you have your own personal data set that you need support on, or you have a project and you are still struggling with the ideas around the analysis, please pop on the Slack, and we would be ready to be of assist at any point in time. If we cannot reply to your messages at the time when you needed us, don't worry. Once we come up, because of the time zone, once we come up online, we'll definitely do justice to them. So once you get to the Slack, there are quite some channels. The channel you are to put your messages is only the channel for SPSS training cohort 1. Please take note of that. SPSS training cohort 1 is the only channel that you should drop your messages about your data set, about the assignment, whatsoever the case might be. Thank you so much. We're rounding up now because of the time. So see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Yeah, bye.